make New Year's resolutions, and you know, I used to smoke, and I was at a New Year's party, and at 11:45, I was like, you know, I'm really not going to smoke next year. So I gave my pack of cigarettes to a friend. I said, you know, I'm quitting. Here you go, hold my pack. And by 12:30, I was begging him for the pack back. That's the extent of my resolution. But you know, I wish countries would make New Year's resolutions. You know, like I wish North Korea would stop making nuclear tests, and I wish Russia would stop entering acts in the Eurovision Song Contest. And I wish that America would just stop bombing countries for 1 year, just for 1 year. 2016, the year of not bombing. You can go back in 2017, it's fine. You know, I know everyone wants to bomb ISIS, but you can let France do it, or Russia. They seem better at it anyway. So, you know, let them do it for a while. Because Americans, I mean, we've been bombing a new country every year since World War II, and there isn't a country we don't want to bomb. They did a survey of Republicans, and they were asking about Trump and everything, but then they said, you know, would you support bombing the Sultanate of Agrabah? And, you know, it's like, where's Agrabah, you know? And it's like, well, that's the country in Disney's Aladdin. It's a fictional country in a movie, but still 30% of Republicans supported bombing it. And the Democrats were against it, but it was only 19% were against it, you know. So people have a hard time with that. Luckily, we don't want to bomb the Netherlands, you know. I won't talk about the Hague Invasion Act of 2002, you know. It's too upsetting, but they did pass a law saying they could invade the Hague to free Bush and Cheney if they ever ended up in the International Criminal Court. It's really true. But America should do more to win hearts and minds in the Middle East, you know, and there was actually a proposal to say, you know, if every 10 bombs you didn't have a bomb, but instead you had presents, like Christmas presents, like an Amazon gift card or an iTunes card, you'd be helping spreading democracy and capitalism and making people, you know, feel good about America again. Because, yeah, America isn't really the country that it used to be, and it makes me sad because, you know, it used to be the moon landing, and, you know, America used to do that by itself, you know, 65,000 miles into space. Now we need Russia's help just to carry people to the International Space Station, you know, 200 miles in low orbit, you know. And I miss that moon technology, you know. They used to have the moon buggy, they could fold it up into a tiny little thing and fit it on there. And how come there's not a consumer version of that? Wouldn't you love to have a buggy that you could fold up and bring on the train when you go to Zandvoort? You know? Or how about the diapers, you know, that the astronauts wear? They're called maximum absorption garments. And there's a lot, not that I want one, there's a lot of people who want one. Senior citizens, children, I mean, they can hold like 2 liters of urine or feces or blood, you know? So this is great technology that people just don't have yet, you know? But anyway, the moon landing and all that, that's getting far beyond because, you know, now they're talking about going to Mars. You heard about that show, MarsOne? So they're going to have a mission to Mars, and a Dutch entrepreneur came up with the way to pay for it because they couldn't get governments to pay for it. So instead, they said, how do we pay for this? Let's have a reality TV show. And that's the brilliant way to do it, you know. So they find all these people who want to go to Mars, and they find thousands of people, and they found one. They got it down to semifinalists, but there was this one woman who said, you know, I'm willing to go to Mars, even though it's a one-way ticket, right? They won't bring you back, but they got to have good. She needs the internet so she can talk to her mother. That was the one thing, you know. And I was wondering, like, what is the Wi-Fi connection on Mars like? You know? And she's counting on this, you know. But the best part is when they fly by and go to Mars, they'll see all the American shit on the moon, and that's going to dispel all the conspiracy theorists who think that we never went to the moon, because they'll be seeing the American flag, and they'll see we're really there, all that's cool. But you know, there used to be a moon rock in the Rijksmuseum, you know. It was proudly given, here's the moon rock. It was on display in the Rijksmuseum, insured for 500,000 euros, very valuable. And then somebody said, let's just test it. So they tested it, and it wasn't a moon rock, it was petrified wood. So they asked America, like, hey, what's going on with this? Why don't you give us a fucking piece of petrified wood? You said it was a moon rock, you know? And America never responded to that at all. They just, it was just like, no comment, you know? And it doesn't prove the conspiracy theories. I just think the moon rocks are really valuable, and we want to keep them and not give them to little countries like Holland. You know? That's what it's really about. But I love the Dutch. You know, a lot of expats come here and they're like, the Dutch are so weird. You know, they have their weird Dutch ways, and you know, they write books about it and all that. But I love the Dutch. You know, really. The Dutch people are like, why do you say really like that? No, but I really do. I don't know. Are you Dutch?
Yes.
Oh, I knew that. That's why I'm addressing a Dutch audience, man. No, but I really love the Dutch and their Dutch ways, and the Dutch are superior. I mean, as an American, I feel like a barbarian compared to the Dutch. Like the Dutch, they're so fashionable, and you know, you have all this rich art history and culture and fabo and all this stuff. Yeah. And then I come over and I'm just like, you know, like a farmer boy or something. You know, I can't keep up with those levels of sophistication, you know. And the Dutch, 400 years ago, they were the greatest power on earth. And they almost, you know, they almost conquered the world, and economically they sort of did. And, you know, the one thing that got in the way, though, was the Dutch language. I'm sorry, but it just didn't catch on. You know, I don't know why, but, you know, and my thing with Dutch is I can speak Dutch. I really can. I've lived here a long time, 14 years. So I can speak Dutch, but I don't understand it. and that's the difference. If somebody says something like, kwaliteit is geen saus, it's like, what the fuck does that mean? Sorry, it's an expression at work. Here's another one. Oh, now it is so kankerlekker buiten. What? Conquer lekker. What the fuck is that? So I'm listening to that, and I'm like, whoa, it's so conquer lekker about it. And I've learned that I don't need to understand what people are saying. All I want to do is get through the conversation. And I had a friend who said, what you can do, no matter what anybody says to you in Dutch, even if you don't understand, is just say, yeah, huh? So it doesn't matter. It could be funny what they say, it could be serious, but I say, yeah, huh? I'll be at a meeting at work sometimes and they'll be saying stupid shit that doesn't make any sense. What do you think, man? Yeah, huh? So it's one of these things that just always works. Anyway, I love my Dutch bosses. I think they're amazing. I think they're like multi-talented geniuses because it's so different than working at American companies. You know, like here, they'll do massive projects with no project plan. Massive, and it's like, wow, that's amazing. You know, there's like 500 things we have to do, and in our stupid American minds, we would write them all down in order and things like that. But they just talk about it, and they keep it all in their heads. It's amazing, you know. I'm really impressed with that. And the difference is, too, American bosses in general, they're more like psychopaths. I mean, I hate to say that, but I actually mean that as a compliment. And Americans will know that that's a compliment because in America, being a psychopath is a compliment. Because what it means is that you're upwardly mobile, you are not going to be held back by the baggage of morality or ethics or anything. You'll be willing to stomp on the balls of anybody who gets in your way to get to the top of the greasy pole of the corporate ladder.
True.
Yes, and so you will succeed, and it makes you more attractive to, you know, women or whatever you want to be attracted to or whatever. So, you know, if you say a psychopath, I mean, people are putting this shit on their dating sites now, you know, like, they're a psychopath. They're like an Ubermensch. They're the superior person. They're the type of people who can actually do things like control drones and bomb the Middle East and impress people, you know. That's really what it is. Hey, that's all I had for you. I'm Dan Geddes. Thank you very much.
Dan Geddes, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your headliner act?